What's up, Facebook, YouTube? Everybody's watching. It's going to be another amazing episode. Today, we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things that's going along with our weekly series where we go live every day, midday, to get you the information you need to be successful with your real estate virtual wholesaler business. If you don't know who I am, my name is Antoine Campbell, and I'm responsible for helping hundreds of people start and create virtual wholesale and real estate business, primarily using virtual assistants from the Philippines. And if you don't have a virtual assistant yet, I definitely say just reach out to us, schedule a call, let's talk about your situation, and figure out how could a virtual assistant help elevate you and your business. If you can do me a favor every day, I just want to get an idea who's watching and where you're watching from. Drop where you're watching from in the comments. That'd be greatly appreciated. Are you watching? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put your questions in the chat. Brooklyn is in the house. I love me some Brooklyn. I haven't been to Brooklyn this year, but last year I went to Brooklyn like 3 times. But hopefully 2023, I make it to Brooklyn. So before we get started, Alex asks, how much are your virtual assistants? We have a very simple business model. We've been running effectively since 2018. And literally, they are $4 an hour. The way we make our money is we do charge you a one-time fee of only $499 per virtual assistant. Now, this fee goes towards finding, training, onboarding, and your 6 month warranty. So we offer a 6 month guarantee of service on that VA. So if that VA decides to quit, don't show up, or they just don't perform to what you expect, we'll replace that VA free of charge. It's the most effective model. If you look at everybody else who's charging $7, $8, $9, $10, $11 an hour for their VAs, we literally that one-time fee will pay for itself in the first 30 days by just being able to pay a direct rate of $4 an hour. So if you're serious about that, if you're interested about that, reach out to us. Go to my website, CEO929.com, CEO929.com, and that will literally, you can buy the service straight there, or you can just book a call to figure out exactly what you need, how many days you may need, or how you want to take your business to the next level. So just head over to CEO929.com, book a call with us so we can further discuss your business needs. But like I said, continue to drop your questions in the comments as we go along to this broadcast today. I will answer as many questions as possible. We had a really good episode yesterday. We talked about a lot. We covered a lot. Today we're going to be talking about a whole lot too. We're going to be covering a whole lot. So I'm definitely eager and looking forward to helping as many people as possible. Just give me 1 second while I go over a few things just to make sure. So we're going to be talking about the obstacles and the difficulties that you may face as a wholesaler and a few common challenges, right? So let's talk about the biggest obstacle that all wholesalers, I think everybody in business is finding business, right? So for wholesalers, that's finding deals, right? So one of the biggest challenges is finding properties that are sold below market value, guys. So you know, it's hard to find someone to say, yes, I would love to sell you my house for 40 cents on the dollar, right? So you have to create these picture perfect scenarios where you're pulling your list based on people who probably wouldn't mind selling a house, 40, 50 cents on a dollar because there's a desired underlying need, whether they're in pre-foreclosure, whether they're having a tax sale coming due, whether they're having a financial emergency, whether they lost their spouse and the other spouse can no longer pay the bills. There's so many ways that people will want to sell or just get rid of a headache property that it's your job to build a list that caters towards them type of people. So I think the number one biggest issue that most wholesalers will face is finding consistent deals. So this requires a big combination, right? You need to be able to know how to do research. So Propstream, guys, if you're not using Propstream, we will do another Propstream masterclass series going into 2023, probably late January, early February. If you want to be a part of that series, the only way to know, unless you're on our email list, go to CEO929.com right now, sign up for our free email list. We won't overspam you. We send out valuable information and obviously business opportunities to work with us. But other than that, go to that, get on our email list so that you can get these free trainings, because we're going to double down in 2023 with a lot of free trainings and information, right? So then you just want to network, right? I think this is the biggest mistake that I didn't do early on in my business career, was reach out to others and let them know what I got going on. Because where I'm from, we're so secretive and so private that telling people your business is literally setting you up to get robbed. So for me, I had to work on that over the years and say, hey, y'all, I'm looking to do deals here. Anybody want to network, go out to lunch or blah, blah, blah. Like, that was the whole reason for me starting like a meetup, so I can have a pulse on what's going on, and I can do deals with people at the meetup. I can meet people. I found a good business partners, good lenders, everything. So just give me 1 second. I don't know what that's about. Oh well. So that was one of the biggest things, is that the meetup. I lost one of my Facebook pages on the live. Please check your Facebook to show the stream. Looks okay. No, I'm not changing my stream. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I lost one of my places to stream live, but it's okay. They'll be fine. So let me go back. So yeah, so building my meetup. I think we're going to do another meetup this year. We're launching a brand new brand called Streampreneur that we soft launched last year, but it's going to be full throttle this year, where you're inviting like-minded people into your circle. So I think that's what a lot of you guys got to start doing. Getting back out there. COVID kind of isolated us, but getting back out there. Go to meetup.com. And you'll be surprised how many other real estate investors are hanging on meetup.com and doing business on meetup.com. You can come across a lot of opportunities. Maybe you are not good at talking to sellers, but you're good at talking to buyers. So maybe you're the person that just go build a buyer's list in a particular area and then hang out at the meetups and say, yo, anybody got a deal they need help selling? I got plenty of buyers. Send them to me. I get your top dollar offer. So sometimes, your deal flow is going to depend on how good your strengths are, and how you can take other people's weaknesses and make them your strengths. So I think that's the biggest thing, is finding deals. That's always going to be a hurdle. So make sure you have multiple zip codes or areas or counties that you're working, and make sure that you have at least 2 virtual assistants. Now, if you're on a budget, that's perfectly fine. If you can afford 1 full-time virtual assistant, you can afford 2 part-time virtual assistants. And what I mean by that is, if you're willing to pay a VA 40 hours a week, split that 40 hours a week in half and pay this VA 20 hours a week and that VA 20 hours a week. That way you can get more production. You got somebody calling and working, and if this VA decide to quit or something happened to the VA, you can literally don't have to start all over from zero, because you still have an employee in place. So that's one big thing I think that most challenges some wholesalers face. Another thing is just negotiating with sellers, right? So most people struggle with that because they don't know exactly what they should be offering the sellers. They just know that they should be offering the sellers no less than 70% ARV. But I'm here to tell you, there's a lot goes on to putting a deal together. You first have to be a good listener, right? What I mean by a good listener is you have to be able to have like a notepad like this, and write down notes as a person speaking, and be able to recite these notes and pain points back to the person, so that you can acknowledge to the person that you're listening and you're paying attention to them. So making sure that you once you identify a potential deal, and you know exactly what you want to offer, then put their pain points within that offer. Hey man, I know you having your credit isn't as good. You by yourself and no one can help you move. So based on my offer, it's gonna let you walk away with that 20,000 that you was looking for. Plus, I'm gonna have my moving guys come in and move you to a place within a 30-40 mile range at most. And they'll box you up and pack you up, and all this is a part of my offer. So now you solve the part that they do want to walk away with some money, but the biggest elephant in the room is they don't have the resources and the capabilities to move. Some of you guys got to start making relationships with Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry, so sorry. Sorry about that. But I think a lot of people got to understand and recognize that when you're putting your offer together, make sure it's an irresistible offer that solves everybody's problem. And yeah, you're going to make money in the process. But if you're not solving that person's problem, best to believe your prospect or your seller is talking to multiple other real estate investors. You're not the only person that they're talking to. So you got to consider that, hey, I'm not the only person you may be talking to. And sometimes it's okay to address that. Hey, listen, Mr. Seller, I just want to let you know that I know there's a possibility that I'm not the only person you're actually talking to in regards to selling your house. And if that's the case, I will at least like to get you the highest and best offer possible that makes sense to you. So if you can hear me out for the next 2 or 3 minutes, that'll be greatly appreciated. So just acknowledging that to people would take you a whole lot further, because you are showing that, hey, you understand that there's competition and you're okay with it being competition, and you're going to do your best to compete with the competition for it to make sense for both you and the seller. And when you explain that to them, they'll respect you a whole lot more. I'm telling you some good stuff. Also, I think another hurdle, once again, is actually finding legitimate buyers. I mean, there are buyers on Facebook, but most of the people I know that's buying deals consistently, that's crushing it, they don't really have time to sit around on Facebook. Most actually buyers don't even have Facebook pages. They're not really social media driven. Like literally, they just do deals. They get plenty of deals from realtors. They get plenty of deals from title companies. They get plenty of deals from referrals, lawyers, probate attorneys, property managers that like they get so many different deals that they don't have a need to create a marketing machine. Their reputation is their marketing machine because they could perform and close. So everybody loves to be in proximity to them because they know if they have a good quality deal, it's going to get across the finish line. Unlike your Facebook guys, like, there's a bunch of people on Facebook, yeah, I buy. Then we send them a deal. They find every excuse in the world to rationalize and justify that this isn't a deal. And it's because they don't have the resources that they portray on Facebook. So here's a tip. The best way to find buyers is to actively look for flippers in that particular area. Now, if you can't find flippers, then you can still find buyers. Like I got this lead up on the outskirts of Pittsburgh that came in yesterday, and I'm looking at it like, yo, there's not really many buyers here, cash buyers, people who haven't bought here since 2020, maybe because it's a small town, ain't that many houses. And then I don't see no flippers in sight, so this is not a flipping town. The person inherited the house, he just want 40K. 40K is like a little too much, but what do I do? So just go on the phone and talk my shit and figure it out from there. Sometimes if you overthink something before you talk to the prospect, that's going to hold you back. So it's nothing like just looking at the lead once you get it, and then call them, have a genuine conversation. Hey, this is Antoine. I got your information yesterday. You filled out one of my Facebook forms. I'm just calling to get a little more information about the property. And maybe you can work something up. But, I don't know what to come of that particularly. I call them after this live. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, continue to build your buyers list. Just as much energy you put into cold calling, guys, you should be building your buyers list. And when I mean building buyers list, I don't mean just copy and pasting people that say cash buyers on Facebook. I mean finding the cash buyers, seeing that they had active real estate that they bought less than 12 months ago, and then they re-put it back on MLS. Either they sold it or it's currently sitting to be sold. And you can call them and say, hey, I see that you fixed up and trying to sell 123 Main Street. Are you open to buying any more properties in the next 60 days to replace that property when it's sells? If they're going to say yes, say great. Well, can I ask you a few questions just so that I can put you in the right bucket and don't waste your time when I get my deals to send to you? Are you buying with cash? Are you buying with hard money? How quickly can you close? What's your square footage? What preferred side of town you in? What's your best zip code you want to buy in? Things like that. So when you get a deal and you have these filters in place, oh man, Mr. Chuck, I talked to 2 weeks ago. He definitely would like something like this. Let me personally call him. Hey, Mr. Chuck, it's Antoine Campbell personally calling you because I found something that fits your criteria. I know you say you're looking for deals over in 333-345 zip code. With this amount of bedrooms, I got something for you. Now it looks to me it need a little work, but from what I've seen, all the houses you flipped so far, I think there's something that you can't handle. We're looking for $450,000. I'm calling you now before we even send it out to our main list. If you can get you on your contract over there between today and tomorrow and give me a highest and best offer, I definitely, entertain that offer before we send out to our list. So you want to make your buyers feel special and make them feel like they're always in the front of the line. Now, if you tell Mr. Frank or whoever, hey, I'm going to let you get this house, and you make a verbal agreement, hold yourself to that agreement, even if you get more offers. Because what's going to happen is Mr. Frank ain't going to fuck with you no more. Like, oh, you just about the money. See, most of these cash buyers want to build a relationship. Now, it's a kind of a fork in the road with that, because you don't want to feel like you're working for them and that you answer to them, but you want them to know that you respect them enough to give them enough time to make an educated decision to move forward. So a real buyer should be able to look at a house within a 24-hour notice, make his decisions, call up whoever lenders and hard money people deal with to get the ball rolling, and have EMD and escrow signed by the next day. If it's taking a buyer, if it's Monday and it's Thursday right now, and they still haven't gotten back to you, you might not want to be fooling with that person. You want somebody sufficient and lean when it comes to, doing business, because this business is about speed of execution. And the quicker you can speed and execute on things, the more quicker you're going to get paid. I got some questions. Now is the time to start dropping your questions as we halfway through our show today. Somebody asks, what systems do you use to keep track of your leads and automate your follow-up responses? Have you done deals in Brooklyn or any of the 5 boroughs? I have been at this for 2000. Yeah, I never done deals in New York before. The closest I got to New York was upstate Pennsylvania. But no, I never done deals in New York. I heard it's crazy over there. I heard the attorney's crazy. I heard they cutthroat. I heard they be wearing like $40,000 MD. That's just not my thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I like consistency, fair, and predictability. And if that don't fit into my criteria, then I don't do it. But to answer your question, we was using Podio. Then we end up switching over to a system called prospectboat.io. And literally you can build your own custom workflows. Everything's automated. And most importantly, we don't have to pay for Zapier, because Zapier was whacking me for like 150, 200, something like that a month. So that you can build custom workflows and text messages. Even we just build a custom workflow as we run Facebook ads. It sends us the lead to my cell phone as well as email me, and then it texts them this follow-up sequence. And surprisingly, people are responding and giving us their address and all the information and being detailed. Like when we put this out there to the public, we will be charging a ton of money for it. But I'm testing it and it's looking really great. So yeah. Can you help me with finding a buyer for this Memphis property? Definitely. The thing about Memphis, man, you just got to understand your cash flow analysis. Most of them properties up there is going to be probably buy and hold type properties. So ideally, people want to make sure that their purchase price and their all-in cost is at least 1%. They can get at least 1% of the rent of that. So, example, if the property is a $100,000 property, it needs to rent minimum $1,000 a month for them to make sense. I prefer 1.25%, which means $1,250, and that way there's no way a person can say this doesn't work, because that's an awesome formula. So once you understand your cash flow analysis and things of that sort, you can then start to reach out to the buy and hold type buyers. Now, a lot of buy and hold buyers don't like dealing with houses that need a lot of work. They like cookie cutter houses that need minimum work, that can get in and out and get leased up in 60 days or less. Now, if you find buy and hold type houses that need a lot of work, then you need to find what we call turnkey operators. People that go in here and purposely fix up these houses with the intentions to sell them to long-term buy and hold investors for a premium. And these long-term buy and hold investors don't mind paying up to 85%, 100% ARV for the house, as long as the cash flows make sense. Because majority of them buying them out of their IRAs or their income. Some of them make so much income, doctors, lawyers, TVs, music producers. They make so much income that they're willing to just don't make much on the deal and just cash flow, because they'd rather own a house than to have to pay Uncle Sam, if that makes sense. So that's the easiest thing to do to find buyers. Uh, what about Follow Up Boss? I never used Follow Up Boss, honestly, so I can't even give you a recommendation. But it needs to have the basics of creativity to create your automation flows. It needs to have predictable responders, so someone texts back a certain keyword or something, it should be able to trigger and make different fires. So, yeah, boom. You got 3 properties on the contract. That's great. And that's the biggest thing that we try to teach all of the people who come to us and get the business in the back box package is that your business is made up of 4 pillars, right? And you probably hear me say it all the time. And yeah, you can get the first 2 right, but if you don't master the second 2, you're not going to make money, right? Or you get the first 3 right, and if you don't master the last one, you're not going to make money, right? If any of the pillars are missing, you're not going to make money, my point. So if you currently got 3 deals on the contract, but doesn't have a strong buyers list or relationship with buyers, or you just locking them up for too much because you don't understand what these houses are truly worth, because Memphis could be a little tricky, just like Baltimore. It could be real tricky. One side of the street worth this, next side of the street worth this. So you really have to become an expert in that. And once you understand it, then you know exactly what stuff should sell for, and then you can lock it up with confidence and call your buyers list. So I had this rule that you should be able to call your top 5 buyers on your buyers list per that county or area and get your deal sold, right? And if your top 5 buyers pass on it, then that's when you go back to your top 5 buyers and you ask for feedback. Don't go straight and blast it out, because your top 5 buyers going to tell you, man, bad neighborhood, too much work, too much termite damage, this, that. I will buy, but it's just too much. It needs to be at this price point. And that'll give you a chance to kind of go back and renegotiate a little bit, or to fix your contract, or to cancel your contract before you send out to your list and make yourself look like a fool. That, like when other people say, especially people that you already have a relationship with, what is this guy doing? This ain't no deal. This is, this, what are you doing? So I see this all the time. And next thing you know, you're starting to end up in people's spam folder. Okay. What's your thoughts on Baltimore County and City? It's a great place to make money. Once again, you need to get out there, roll your sleeves up, figure out who the real players are that's buying up shit. Go to these meetups, go to these meetup.com meetups, socialize with people, join these Facebook groups, figure out who's buying, follow them. They're going to show you, yeah, man, I just bought this today. I bought 3 over here last week. I got my crew over here today. You want to follow them type of guys, right? And then reach out to them. Hey, bro, I see you doing your thing, man. I got some deals over here in the county. Let me know what your criteria is, because I want to make sure I ain't sending you nothing that doesn't interest you. So you just got to show people that you care about them and their situation and their ability not to waste their time. And your respect in this business would literally double overnight. So we talked about finding buyers. Like I said, you can easily build a buyers list in Propstream. You can do that overnight. You can do that overnight and literally, knock it out. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. So yeah, so another thing is just making sure you're legally and compliant, especially with your outbound marketing. I see so many people getting their Twilio account shut down. I see so many people getting booted and banned off certain marketing platforms because they're not in compliance. They're sending out spammy text messages, spammy emails, cold calling at the wrong time of the day. So make sure that you understand the rules before you play the game, especially when it comes to outbound marketing. You got a lot of professional litigators just sitting out there putting in information on all these databases on purpose, hoping and praying to catch a sucker, and sending you threatening emails and letters demanding and literally shaking you down for money and threatening to sue you or report you if you don't pay them any money, which should be against the law, honestly. But there's people out here that's doing it. So, boom. What other social media sites are good for marketing? Craigslist is still thriving. A lot of your premium buyers are old head people, so they're still going on Craigslist looking for deals. You have all these different boards, these different, social sites that you can post on. I think Reddit. It's a couple of different places where you can post. Um, Meetup.com. A lot of the Meetup.com groups, they allow you to have a post on their board inside their Meetup group, and you could just post stuff, post deals. You don't even have to post a full address. This is what I usually do. I post the zip code, the bedrooms, the bath, and the asking price. And if they're serious, they want no information, text me, uh, and then I just create a special text code for that particular deal, or email me, about this deal, and we'll get you more information. And then what I'm gonna do is, if they're not already on my buyers list, I'm gonna call them and vet them, or have my VA call and vet them, just to make sure they are who they are before we just go passing out addresses and people trying to backdoor us and call the sellers and take our deals. So it's wild out here. It's the wild, wild west. Let me make sure I ain't missing anything. But yeah, so today, like I said, it's just going over the common struggles that most people have. Be careful when you text messaging. Whoever you pick to run your text message campaigns, far as like companies, ask them like what happens, like what would it take for me to get my account banned or shut down. All this stuff. Do you guys work with VAs? Do you guys train VAs? Ask them all this stuff, because a lot of these software companies, they offer a lot of free training. So you guys, and I'm not the one to hold information from you guys. You guys got to start taking advantage of your software companies or subscriptions that you're using, and take advantage of all these free trainings that they host. But like I said, this business takes a combination of skill, common sense, and gratitude. It takes a combination of skill, common sense, and gratitude to really take it to the next level of business. It takes patience. Like you see, and honestly, guys, stay off of social media. Like you see everybody winning and imaginary winning and doing all these deals. Don't let that distract you. Focus on you, focus on building your business, and focus on building your relationships so you can grow your business to the next level. What's my VA daily duties? We have so many daily duties, but I can't even go over all of them. But the number one, it depends on what VAs you're speaking on. If you're speaking on lead generation VAs, the number one duty is to come in and provide extreme value to the prospects we're prospecting. Be a resourceful help to them, be knowledgeable to them, show empathy, and then if there's a lead that arrives out of that, send that lead over to the appropriate person that's handling the leads that day. So that's the biggest thing. And then what systems for when your VA get a lead? We use Prospect Vault. Once again, you don't have to. You can use pretty much any CRM. Even if you don't have a system and you just beyond broke, you can literally create like a Google form, and then just have them fill out that Google form and just put in the key things like the person's name, the address of the house, the reason for selling, how soon they're selling, the asking price, and then they can fill it out. And then when they hit submit, it just refresh. And you can do a drop down, and then which VA assigned the lead, you can put their name on there. And you can literally start like that, guys. You don't have to have this $1 million setup like most people do to do this business. You just got to understand workflow and sufficiency and accountability, right? So you can't just pay a VA and hope and pray that they know what they're doing. So one of the things that we launched in the last 30 days was VA Mastery Premium, and it's a $97 a month program. And it's literally for clients as well as their virtual assistants to come on. We coach them, we train them, we show them everything we know so they can get to the next level. So if that's something you're interested in, $97 all the way up into January 31st. After January 31st, even if you're watching the replay, sorry, it will be $297 because that's what it's worth. Yeah, IQ Dial, I don't even get paid from them. They don't even have an affiliate program. If they did, I will be getting paid a ton because I don't refer all my clients to them. But like I said, some products I believe in so much that it ain't even about me getting paid. It's in the best interest of my clients. It's a very sufficient software. It's very affordable, $65 a month. Unlike the other software, it's 120, 130, sometimes 150 per user, right? So if you got two VAs, some softwares can cost you almost $300 a month just to use. IQ Dial, $65 a month per user for the first user, and any additional users is like $30. So it's dirt cheap. Like it's literally dirt. You're not going to get nothing that cheap without losing quality. That's the biggest thing. Everything in life has a compromise. When you take away something, you lose something. When you add something, you miss something. So you got to understand pros and cons and what risk and reward and what makes sense to you. That's the biggest thing I can tell you as an entrepreneur. Well, like I said, double down on your virtual assistants. Everybody on here watching this, I want you to add your VAs to our VA Mastery Premium. So if you go to va.ceo929.com/premium, PERM, premium. Yeah, I just learned how to spell premium too. VA Mastery Premium is $97 a month. And what happens is me and my team come on and coach your VAs. They will be invited to our weekly coaching calls. We continue to build up their confidence on the phones, cold calling skills, SMS skills, situational awareness, coaching, accountability, everything that you need to grow and expand an employee, we handle for you. So you don't have to worry about that. So if you're busy working a job or out in the field, you don't have 3, 4, 5 hours a week to spend with your VA, this is definitely a tool. Because even if you hire a lead manager developer to do this, it will still cost you more than $97 a month because their salary alone weekly will probably be $100 a week. So you would literally save 300-400% on what you would invest in having a lead manager do this. And then months of agony and headache because you have an experienced team doing this for you. And as well as so much variety on a weekly basis. And they'd be able to be around other people to challenge them. We do role-playing activities. We do script rebuttals. We work on helping perfect the custom script. Listen, $97 a month is a steal. So if you want it, I definitely say go there right now and sign up for it. Our classes start back Monday after New Year's. And you can be on it yourself. Your VAs can be on it. It doesn't matter. Just pay for it. We'll reach out to you to add whoever's on your team to the list so you can be able to get the emails for the call login. Scott asks, how much money do we need to pay a week for 2 VAs for cold calling and texting? Now, like I said earlier, if you want them to be part-time, $4 an hour, $80 a week, that's $160 a week commitment on your behalf for you to have 2 part-time VAs to cold call and text message for you. He says, the folks that work for me black. I'm the only black person that work for me, brother. Everybody work for me is from the Philippines. They part Spanish, I guess, but I don't have many people here in America that work for me. All of my team and my staff and everybody, my email team, my marketing team, my training team, everybody is based out of the Philippines. So, we practice what we preach. If we're selling Filipino VAs, we're definitely going to hire an internal team that understands the Filipino culture. We've been exclusively working with the Filipino VAs. I was almost at a point where I was going to start adding Colombian VAs and stuff, but I said I wanted to be exclusively with the Filipino VAs because I understand the culture. One of the biggest things people got to understand is when you hire people, you're not only hiring them for them whom they are, you're hiring them in their personal beliefs and their morals and values and everything. So that can really affect you the way you run your company just by the personal background of the people you chose to work with. But like I said, if you're struggling going into 2023, you haven't closed the deal, you haven't seen no consistency, you haven't hit the 3 to 5 deal a month threshold, book a call with us and figure out how we can help you. We'll make it work with you. As long as you're willing to work with us, we'll work with you. Book a call and boom, go from there. He said, yeah, that's a conflict of interest because I'm from the South and they will hang up on folks on the phone. Nah, honestly, most of our clients that do deals and stuff, they're from the down South area. And the down South is some of the most friendliest people. Remember, we're a melting pot. In America, everybody's from somewhere. There's nobody originally from America. You know what I mean? Everybody was imported here or came here on their own free will or born here on the slave ship. It doesn't matter. We all from somewhere. So the point I'm making is a lot of you got to understand the VAs that we work with from the Philippines, English is like their major language, right? Besides Tagalog and stuff. Everybody speaks English. It's all everywhere. It's in the schools. So them speaking the language is pretty decent. We do a really good job of vetting through our VAs, making sure that they speak fluent and good quality English, and they don't have they have an understanding of the dialect and everything. So we do a really good job with that. So you won't have to worry about that. You said I'm color green. Yeah, I don't call myself a black business. We just a business. We serve all nationalities all around the world. We work with so many different people. We work with people from Africa. We work with people from Europe, Asia. I had clients in Shanghai. I had clients in Tokyo. I had clients in South America. I have clients in the United States, Canada. I got a client in Hawaii now. Like, we got clients everywhere. So we don't want to put ourselves in a box and say, yeah, we black owned. Like, I'm black. You can see I'm black. I show that with my natural hair, with my beard. Like, I represent who I am. So I'm not trying to hide who I am from nobody. But we work with a lot of different people. And that's one of the biggest things I learned in business is you have to be open to working with people and be open to expanding your horizons if you really want to get to the next level. Yeah, but the thing, here's the thing with 3 to 5 deals. Whip out your calculator, guys. I'm going to show you how to get the 3 to 5 deals. First, you got to know the math and know the amount of work internationally you need to get to 3 to 5 deals to hit 3 to 5 deals. So, in order to get the 3 to 5 deals a month, you need to get one contract, you need to make at least 12 to 15 solid offers. So now you got to figure out how many leads is that, like, to get people on the phone. So let's say, for example, it takes 20 leads to make 12 offers, right? So if your VAs is only producing 10 leads a month, theoretically in 2 weeks you can get one contract. Now, every contract is not equally the same and they don't all close on the same time. So you have to do what we call a DAM. You got to build a DAM in your business, DAM. So that's a backlog of leads and contracts that's ready to pull over to a closed contract. So if you need 3 to 5 deals, that means you have to be consistently producing 40 to 80 leads consistently month after month so you can start to build up that flow of 3 to 5 deals. Excuse me. That's when a lot of people start to add on more cold callers. They start to double down on the different times of days they call their list, rotate their list, and then they start to really invest in acquisition manager training and some type of sales training so the leads that they're talking to, they can convert a whole lot better. So instead of being 12 to 15 offers, it may be 8. You get one contract out of 8 to 10 offers. So that's how you measure 3 to 5 deals a month. It just ain't going to drop out of the sky or you put some money into something that's going to happen. You just got to measure the amount of consistency and workplace sufficiency that you'll need in order to get to that 3 to 5 deals. So hopefully that answers your question. And like I said, we can show you this. We can help you structure your business like this. We can set it up for you. You can work with us. You can get coaching, you can mentor, whatever you want. We have it for you. We've done it before. We continuously do it now. We're working on new ways to do this business efficiently. So how much leads will I need to pull a week? I don't even think it's about pulling leads a week. I think it's about just talking to as many people as possible. So out the gate, I'll start off with a minimum of 25,000 lists, right? And if you can't afford it, that's why we drop these flash sales to help out our community. Our community meaning anybody that's wanted to follow us and listen to the information we put out. And sometimes we drop 25,000 leads for $300 or $200 or $400 or whatever case. It's nowhere near what you're going to pay on the market for, and that's to give you a boost. Because if you had 2 cold callers calling consistently 100 dials an hour, that's between 600 to 800 calls a day. In a week's time, you're hitting 5,000-6,000 leads. So then you just rotate that stuff, and that's the way that you start to really produce a lot of quality leads at a time. You start off big, and then you scale to small niche stuff. So what happens when you run through that 30, 40 people list that's maybe just probate, right? You're not going to get all of them on the phone. Just like a 25,000 list people, you're not going to get all of them on the phone the first go around or the second go around. But I'm here to tell you that you're definitely going to start to get people on the phone sporadically as you run through the fourth or the fifth or the sixth touch of that list. So that's something that we teach in the virtual wholesale A to Z course. And we're looking to upgrade all of our trainings and courses going into 2023. So if you bought something from the past, they'll be upgraded and updated for free. You don't have to worry about that. Like I said, if you're going into 2023 and you haven't closed a deal, you should be booking a call with us right now to figure exactly what's going on in your business. How could we help you? Obviously, the whole point of booking a call is to do business with you. So there will be some type of financial commitment. It's some product that we'll match you with. But it's up to how far you want to go and take your business. You have to invest in your business. Even me, I still pay people. I still invest in my businesses. I still pay for trainers, pay for consultants, whatever it takes to get me to where I want to be, I invest in it because I understand that's the only way to get to the next level. Hoping and praying and wishing somebody look out for you, do you a favor, you're never going to get far. I can guarantee you that. Any more questions before we get on out of here? Yeah, go to CEO929.com. Book an appointment today. Don't wait. Don't wait till New Year's. Don't go into New Year's behind. You gotta go. You gotta have that urgency. Like, yo, I need to get on the phone with somebody today to figure out what's going on with my business. I need to go on the phone today to hire a VA. I need to go on the phone today to get this training. I need to go on the phone today to handle my business because at the end of the day, I tried it my way for 12 months. And what did it get me? You guys tried it our way since last January. Where you at with things? So that's what you got to ask yourself. Let me try it a different way. Let me try to invest in myself to take me to the next level. We got a client right now. I don't know if she's watching. She's somewhere in Africa. I'm not going to say specifically where she at because I'm real personal about people's business. But excuse me. But she reached out to us. She wants to set up a business. She's from America. She moved to Africa. And we helping her. Yesterday, she tagged me in a post. And like I said, I don't do this shit for clout. If that's the case, I can bore you all day with testimonies from clients and contracts and deals and thank you notes. But I don't get, I don't seek validation off that, or I'm not attention whore. I'm not that. I'm just out here just helping people like I always do. So we helped her. We told her what the package was. And she said, man, could you do a payment or what? I said, whatever it takes, we'll work with you. She said, give me 20 days, whatever. And she came back and she's rocking and rolling. Now she got her 2 VAs. She picked them. She's happy about it. They started on the 3rd. We got a few coaching sessions with her. We got a whole implementation game plan. And she's going to be running her business from Africa. Another client of mine reached out to him. I'm not going to say his name, professional boxer. I asked him, I said, yo, why the hell you want to do wholesaling? You make millions of dollars boxing. What makes you want to do wholesaling? Like, you know how much work this is? You know how much grind this is? Like, this ain't for the faint of heart, man. I just like a challenge. Hire the VAs, put them through personal training. What does he pay me to personally train them, right? Not just my team, I personally train them. And within 2 weeks, they generated 60 leads. I'm not even kidding you. This dude went out, spent a ton of money on good data, got the best dollar. He got money. And he found another person that can run his acquisitions for him, and 3 contracts in like 2 weeks standpoint. Why am I telling you this? Because we can easily go get the testimony, but I'm telling you this because the people that's willing to take action, the people that's willing to invest in themselves, the people that's willing to do whatever it takes to see results as quickly as possible instead of, I'm going to wait till next one. Them the people that's seeing results in this business. So that's the difference between a person that's doing 2 to 3 deals a month, getting 2 contracts a week, and a person who just on the phone for 20 minutes a day or riding past, taking a few pictures here and there, but they're not all the way in. And now the results are not shown. See, when you're not truly committed to something, you're not all the way in with something, the results are eventually going to tell you, like, damn, bro, like you've been doing this shit for 2 years and you ain't made no deal, or you've been chasing this for 8 months and ain't get 1 contract. Like, then they tell you, like, yo, there's an actual problem. There's an actual problem. Text this number, 202-335-3322. Text it. I personally be looking at the number. Say you want to book a call with us today. We'll set, text us the time you're available, and if I can't do it, someone from the team will reach out to you and figure out how could we help you, because at the end of the day, we definitely want to help as many people as possible. But the whole point is, when people come to us, like if you notice, we don't really sling courses. We don't really, like when we come on YouTube and start talking, we provide value. There isn't a video I put up that isn't value, or that isn't enough value in that video that we can package it and sell it. That's my attitude. If I can't package it up and sell it, I'm not going to speak on it, because that's how much value I want to provide people. I don't like wasting people's time. So when people come to us, they come to us for implementation. They come to us because they tried it that way. They come to us because they went to another coaching program, they bought a course, but they lack the implementation of things. Got a client out in New Mexico, been working with him for almost 2 months. Put him a team together, got him a VA, get him leads, going to appointment. He said, hey man, Antoine, it's the most appointments I've been in my life. Now, like I told him, I said, it's going to be a little longer for you, because you in people's face, and you got to understand the empathy and the situational awareness side of it. And the only way to do that is to actually have the practice and doing it in real time, right? So give it a few months. I guarantee you want to be doing 3-4 deals a month easily. So he's right at that point where he's going to get something on the contract and he's going to make a ton of money. So it all depends on how serious you are. He was dead serious. He was so serious, in fact, he flew out to my office for his VIP day. We hooked him up. We gave him all the scripts and processes we had, all the back end stuff. And we gave him access to our text message software. It was a little hiccup at first because the VA had to learn it, but now he's happy. He's generating leads. They're running campaigns. We match it with some of the best VAs possible. His money was spent very well with us, right? Now, why am I telling you guys this? Because at the end of the day, going into 2023, you got to understand the power of your time, the power of your money, and the power of visualizing the things you want to need. And the two biggest things that you can leverage is time and money, right? You can leverage other people's time to get you more of the results. So I only have 24 hours in a day. But guess what? If I hire 4 VAs to cold call for me at 8 hours, right? 8, 16, 24, 32, I done created 32 hours in a day for myself to just cold call. And I only had to pay $4 an hour per, hour, right? So that's something that you guys got to understand. And once you crack the code, so the time, the money, when you put that together, you can literally create something that's unstoppable, in my opinion. But other than that, any questions before we get on out of here? I definitely don't want to waste your time. I just want to provide as much value as possible. Book a call. It's not going to kill you. You know what I mean? If you flat broke, you flat broke by choice. There's so many ways, like I talk about all the time. You got multiple, if you got a phone and you broke by choice. You can DoorDash, you can Uber Eats, you can Instacart, there's so many apps you can do to make money. If you don't have a VA, you can't afford $8 a week VA, look at some lifestyle changes. Look at some things you're doing on a weekly basis. Put down the marijuana, put down the alcohol, put down going out to eat. Stop ordering from Uber Eats every night. And take some of that money and invest it back into yourself and your business. And I guarantee you, ain't nobody gonna pay you like your business gonna pay you. No fucking job, no fucking institution. Nobody's gonna pay you like your business gonna pay you, especially once you get it thriving and once you get it going. And I'm here to tell you, the best investment is in you, right? You're going to make buku money when you invest in yourself. But you got to be serious. You got to work on your mindset too. And that's the biggest thing I tell people. Before you invest your money with us and you invest in any trainings or implementation or anything of that sort, make sure that this is something you truly want to do. Because there will be dark days. There will be hard times. That's business, right? Business is like a roller coaster ride. It has its ups and downs. But once you understand that and you're preparing for the ups and the downs, you'll know how to deal with it accordingly. So that's the biggest thing I can leave you guys with right now. If you're dead serious, text me 202-335-3322. Text me right now. In fact, I will be on standby just to make sure that we receive your text message and set you up with a call. You know what I mean? Because we want to hop on the phone and make sure that We want to hop on the phone and make sure that we can help as many people as possible. And if you can't go to the website, CEO929.com, book a call with us ASAP. I appreciate it. I'm going to stay on for 2 more minutes to answer any other questions you may have, whether it's real estate related, outsourcing related, it doesn't matter. Just going back to all my questions, make sure I answer all the questions. Yeah, I answered all the questions. But if you have any more questions, drop your questions. We'll be back tomorrow. What do you guys want us to cover tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. Listen, if I don't hear from you before New Year's, I want you guys to have a blessed New Year's. I'll be back here tomorrow, but I'm saying if you don't show up tomorrow, I want you to have a blessed New Year's. I want you to write down your 2023 goals. I want you to write down everything you accomplished positive this year. I want you to write down everything that happened negatively to you this year. And I want you to write down everything that you said you were supposed to accomplish this year that you didn't accomplish so that you can put that at the top of your new goals list for 2023. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your journey. And I hope that, you get to where you want to be, whether that's through real estate, through some type of online business. There's plenty of money out here. You just got to figure out a way to get it. But hopefully I see you guys. Book a call with us so we can see how we can help you. We have virtual assistants. We have the whole business set up for you. We have everything that you need to be successful. It's just up to how quickly you want to move in your decision making, right? Some people want to call, give me 2 months. Some people want to call, let's go today. It all depends on your character and who you is as a person. It will show when you're going to call. So book your call. I see you tomorrow, 12:15 Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate it. Do me a favor, share this with 5 people that you know, like, and trust that deserve to listen to this information and help them change their business. That would be greatly appreciated for us. Other than that, we'll continue to start double down on our YouTube content, grow our YouTube, grow our brand. We're launching so much new stuff for 2023. We just want to make sure we help as many people. I think this year we helped around 300, 400 people. We take their business virtually meaning hire the VA, set everything up, all that stuff. So next year, I'm looking to help 1,000 people and take their business 100% virtually by hiring virtual assistants, setting everything up, and showing them how to run their business using virtual assistants. Other than that, catch you guys later. Appreciate you. It's your boy, Antoine Campbell. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at CEO929. And don't forget to go to my website, CEO929.com, and add yourself to our list, our marketing list, so you can get good information and get good stuff as we send it out to our audience. Appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow.